it's time to glue these things together. Now what I've done is I went ahead and I burnished these edges here on both sides. Put a finish coat on the inside, but only where the magazines are going to go. Like right there. I use tan coat for that. Is it necessary? Not really, but do I do it anyway? Well, yeah. Today I'm going to put glue here, glue across the bottom, and glue up this side. I'm not going to try and get glue down the middle because it doesn't really need it. With everything else glued together, the middle part will be plenty stable for me to punch my stitch holes through. But right now, all I really got to do is glue it. Now the hard part. Oh, there it goes. Thought I was going to have to pause the video and get a strap wrench. Yeah, I got it in my little clamp, so I'm sure not to make a mess. Nothing fancy, just a thin coat of glue on both sides. All the way to the stitch line. And just let it sit for 5-10 minutes or so, until the glue just gets tacky. Now, as I've stated before in other videos, the glue really isn't what holds the thing together. It's the stitches that hold it together. The glue keeps it in place, basically, while I can work on it, like putting the punching the stitch holes and such, and stitching so the two pieces don't move around. But anyway, I'm going to spread some glue on it where I said I was going to, on both pieces, and let it sit. Now this is contact cement, so what I like about using contact cement is you don't have any squeeze out. It just makes the bits tacky, so when you stick them together, they're stuck. A little bit too much there. And it makes it a lot easier to keep the two halves aligned. So anyway, like I said, I'm going to go ahead and take care of this. Get this glue spread on it. And we'll be back when it comes time to stick it together. Okay, now they're not dry, they're just tacky dry. So you can do that, and it feels kind of sticky, but it doesn't come off on your finger. Yep, that's just about right. Now to stick these two together. I want to make sure everything lines up. That will do right there. Yeah, there we go. Now I am going to sand off the excess around the edges. That is going to be all trimmed away. And yeah, that's good right there. I did intentionally make the back piece larger than the front piece. Well, kind of accidentally on purpose. Basically, it came out that way and I just left it. So, I can always trim it. No biggie. But it's fitting exactly the way I want it to. Here, what you can do is take yourself a piece of leather. Let me see. And just take your mouth to it. Also, you you can put something heavy on it to act as a clamp. And that's usually what I do. Let me get all this stuff out of the way real quick. I'm not going to bother pausing. This won't take long. I'm going to use this as my clamp, basically. So, because this is vegetable tan leather, I know that if I set something like this on top of it that doesn't have a perfectly smooth bottom, that it'll actually emboss some of the wood grain onto the leather. So I just take a magazine, or in this case a cigar catalog, put that on top of that, and then put that on top of that, and that will apply even pressure. This is my my stitching toolbox. It's got my threads, needles, stuff, scissors, and stuff in it. Keeps my stitching stuff together. So let's see. All right, we'll leave that sit overnight. We'll get back to it.